Hello everyone, and welcome once again to Scorpion Cigar Reviews. Tonight I will be reviewing the Montecristo Epic. It is in a Toro size. The cigar retails for roughly, depending on your tobacconist, $15.40. Now, one thing I've started doing recently, because I couldn't remember exactly when I had laid a certain cigar down in the humidor, or pretty much any of my cigars for that matter, because I'm an idiot. I've started putting an additional label on the outside of the cellophane. Simply taking some blank labels from just basic stationery type, office type labels, and I will write a date and where the cigar was purchased. And that date is when the cigar was laid in the humidor, which is generally the same day that I purchased the cigars. I immediately place them in my humidor once I return home. But I've experimented with a few different labels. I tried being a little fancier, but discovered that these pre-sticky, sticky back labels work out real nice. Just I can write several cigar dates on one label, and then I'll cut the label. But nothing real fancy. Just there's the date. This particular cigar I put in my humidor on November 24th, 2012, and it was purchased from Mylan's Tobacconist. And today is December 3rd, so it's been in my humidor for a week and a half or so. So I'll go ahead and I'll get the cellophane removed, and let's see what happens from there. Nice colorful label on this Epic. It has the basic Montecristo line label on the top end of it, and then below it is the label designating that this is their Epic series. Cigar itself, it's pretty firm construction, not brittle, but very firm. Definitely has some weight to it. It's a polished leather feel to the wrapper. Very nice feeling. It's wonderful. Some veins, for the most part minor veins, but there is one pretty major vein that runs along one side of the cigar. But other than that, for the most part, the veins are very light. Very tight seams, almost invisible. Grant you, I'm out here in the dark with minimal light, so I can get in the light a little bit better. Yeah, just I can see the seams. It's just they're very tight and they blend in very nicely. Guillotine cutter tonight. Pre-draw brings out perhaps a little bit of cocoa, a little bit of spice, along the lines of a little bit of chili powder type spices in there. Very pleasant, once again. So, just toast it up. Alright. Very solid cigar. The pre-draw allowed a lot of airflow through it. However, upon lighting the cigar, it's changed dramatically. The draw is tightened up very substantially. A bit tighter than I like my draws, but it's, I guess, within my range. Getting some fairly powerful body, definitely towards full body. Or off the bat here, a lot of peppery type spices, white pepper, a little bit of maybe a slight hint of cayenne pepper. Very full smoke. Tonight we're pairing this Montecristo Epic Toro with a red wine. It's called Apothic Red. It's from California. It has a mix of Merlot, Syrah, Zinfandel, and Cabernet Sauvignon. All the full-bodied kind of spicy, oaky reds that you can enjoy individually, as I do. But this is a nice blending of these, and it's a very enjoyable wine. I've had this before. It is oaked, a very toasty oak. It sits very nice on the palate, and it's sitting very nicely with this cigar so far. We'll see how it progresses with the cigar as well. So here we are into the first third. Been smoking this for just over 20 minutes now. I have a fair amount of ash on there, approaching, say, 1.25 inches maybe. Holding on nicely. Nice white ash. Pretty good burn, nice crisp burn line. Pretty even. A very slight amount of wave right there. And a very slight amount of curve to it. Not bad at all. I'll see how it holds on. This cigar is, the smoke has a slight amount of dryness way in the back of the palate, but other than that, it's very pleasant. It's going very nicely with this wine. I also have a glass of ice water. I've learned to keep ice water handy in the event that the smoke ends up being so dry that I'm left thirsty. Just use the water to help counteract the dryness of the smoke. It's been a very pleasant cigar so far. It's mellowed out a bit from when I initially lit it. It's on the low end of medium bodied, maybe mild to medium, I would say. Still very pleasant. Still has some spice, some white pepper as I exhale through the nose. Really enjoying this so far, and there went the ash. It fell off all on its own. I've been watching various cigar reviews on YouTube from various people, and most of them are just individuals like myself. But I've been really enjoying this one from Australia. A couple guys, not always the same group. It's they'll bring in some guests from all over. Sometimes they have Americans come in and that type of thing, and they all sit down together and they talk about the cigar they're smoking and what they're getting from the cigar, and they seem to be having a really good time. And so at this time, I'd very much like to invite anyone that would like to sit in on one of these reviews with me, whether you're from the area here, from the mountains of Virginia near Roanoke, or if you're just passing through, or if you're from out of town, or anywhere really. If you find my reviews enjoyable, if you want to get together and sit down and smoke a cigar with me and do a review, I would very much like to have you. I would enjoy the company. So feel free to leave a comment on this or any other of my reviews, and if you'd be interested in getting together and doing a review with me, I would very much welcome that. So this is an open invitation. Feel free to contact me. clean burning cigar. Not getting any staining. No nicotine, nasty juices or anything. Seems to be a well-constructed cigar. Still holding on fairly firm, just starting to soften up a little bit. So with that, it seems to be a well-constructed cigar, properly handled, properly cured, properly constructed, properly aged. This cigar may very well pick up some subtle flavors if you were to lay it down in your humidor for several years. Let it age some more. See how things would turn out from there. But as it stands right now, it's a very, very pleasant cigar, ready to smoke right when you buy it. The ash is still holding on fairly nicely. There's a little bit of a curve. The burn line is still really, it's pretty crisp, but it's not as even of a burn as it had been previously. A bit of a wave there, but it doesn't seem to be a problem. Although I will probably go and ash it. It's roughly 1.25 inches worth of ash on there, and that's about where it fell off. The first time we'll give it a little flick. There it went. 2 little flicks and it came off. Broke off nicely. No real issues there. Very pleased with this cigar. A little bit of perhaps ammonia. Not a bad ammonia. There's a kind of a coolness with a little bit of a kick to it on the exhale. Short on the finish. Pretty subtle. Pleasing. It's interesting that it does that. Just picked that up in the final third. Here I am, pretty much at the nub. Not a whole lot left of this cigar. I've been smoking it for about an hour and 15, an hour and 20 minutes maybe. Good value in regards to burn time, overall flavor profile, characteristics. Really can't complain when you get an hour and 20 minutes. By the time I'm done, I will smoke through the nub on this. By the time I'm done, you're probably looking at maybe an hour and 30 minutes. So for roughly $15 or so, I'd say it's a good value. So to sum it up, this Montecristo Epic Toro has been a pretty even-keeled, low end of medium body cigar. Produced flavor characteristics mainly consisting of white pepper and cayenne. Short on the finish, subtle flavors. A little bit of bread came in there for a short amount of time. A little bit of ammonia for a very short amount of time. Once again, the ammonia was very subtle, very short on the finish. It wasn't at all intrusive. The flavor profile, I feel, for this price range could have been a little wider, a little more forward, but I wouldn't discard this cigar based on that. I will definitely smoke this well into the nub, to the point where, unless it puts out some real nasty flavors, I'll smoke this all the way through to the nub. So I thank you for once again watching Scorpion Cigar reviews of the Montecristo Epic Toro. Thank you.